So making fun of what is wrong with that? We don't sound like that, do we? I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Hello.
Okay, so let me tell you what is happening. We are sex therapists. We are from all over the world. We take questions from people all over the world, and we took some questions from this audience tonight. And we understand that you wanted to remain anonymous, so we're not going to say who asked the questions, but we will give you the answer, and hopefully that will help you. So why don't we get started with our first question? By the way, I am Raji.
I am Haji.
And our first question is, it came this way. Dear Haji and Raji, I am thinking about getting my vagina pierced. However, my boyfriend has multiple facial piercings, and he loves oral sex, and I'm wondering if that could be a problem.
A problem? This could be a catastrophe. All of a sudden he goes down there, his facial piercings become enmeshed in her vaginal piercing.
Well, they may have to call 911 if...
911, the jaws of life. The jaws of life.
Not only that, but the two metals could be rubbing, and then all of a sudden they get white hot and you could have a brush fire.
A conflagration.
Yes, I would say this is extremely dangerous. And if you're going to do this, I would say do it with protection.
What kind of protection?
In a room where there is protection, maybe a smoke detector.
Yes, and a small fire extinguisher, yes.
As a backup.
As a backup.
Okay. Let's see, this next one, I know you people want to remain anonymous. So don't look around at this one because it may give it away. Dear Haji and Raji, I have very large breasts, and my boyfriend loves them, but I'm thinking about getting breast reduction surgery. Do you think this is a good idea? I think it is a terrible idea. Are you kidding me? Men love big breasts. They love to nuzzle and suckle and they love this stuff. I say leave it alone. Suck it up, put your big girl pants on and leave it alone.
Well, these are all wonderful points you make, but I feel we also have to look at this from the woman's point of view. Obviously, this woman has huge pendulous breasts, and this weight can cause a chiropractic problem. In the lumbar region, the latissimus dorsis, and it could be a very big problem.
Well, I don't know what a dorsis or latissimus is. I don't know what that is. I didn't study that in medical school, but I do know this. Why doesn't they just get, like, instead of a brassiere, maybe some kind of heavy apparatus to hold them?
That would work very well. Maybe they could go to a saddle maker.
No, not a saddle maker. That is hard leather. How are you going to put hard leather like this? No, what they could do is go to a tent maker. That's
possible. I have an even better idea. Perhaps they get to know a groundskeeper at Dodger Stadium or wherever, and from the tarp, they could make a wonderful pliable apparatus to hold up the pendulous breast.
Well, there's a lot of stitching and cutting. I don't know if that's going to work. The whole story here, folks, and trust me, I know this from experience. Anything more than a mouthful is wasted. So what's the big issue with it?
Why do you have to make these low comments? We are doctors.
Well, I'm just trying. I heard it. People talk about it. I don't. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Okay, this next one, hang on. This one, someone was very anonymous on this one. Is Dear Haji and Raji, my girlfriend and I love to go camping, and we are going to be camping with some friends, and we are going to be in tents, and that tent is going to be right next to us, and my girlfriend is very loud during sex. How could we prevent a catastrophe? Well, I say this. I say just before she's about to go into the throes of ecstasy, take a sock and put it in her mouth. Put a sock in her mouth.
Are you crazy? Do you know how uncomfortable that is?
Maybe she could bite down on a pencil.
She could choke on a pencil. Are you nuts?
Maybe they could soundproof the tent somehow.
It's a tent. It doesn't have a structural integrity to be soundproofed or drywall. There has to be a better solution.
All right, what about this? Before they go camping, they go to a costume shop. They rent 2 moose costumes. They go out in the woods, they have wild sex, they'll think it's the animals, and no one will know the difference.
I think this could be very dangerous because there are hunters there, and they will mistake them as real mooses. The next thing a guy will be going, back that sucker, Billy Bob, back that sucker. I don't think it will do.
Okay, then what about this? What about if they had something that could simulate the sounds of wild animals in the forest? Perhaps they could put a Yoko Ono tape in.
No, that will clear out the entire forest. That's a no-no.
Okay, try this. What if they went to like one of these record shops and they got a nature CD with all the wild animals making beautiful sounds, maybe like the coyote or the mountain lion.
Oh, a wolf, a fox.
A fox.
No caribou,
No caribou. Caribou. You don't want caribou. No. And then at the moment of ecstasy, when she goes into the throes, you just hit that button and it's right? And they'll think it's the animal. No post-sex cuddling.
No
Immediately,
PSC.
Immediately after they rush out with covered with the blanket and go, oh wow, did you hear all the animals screaming? Oh my God, what should we do? Should we go home? And that's where here they could cover up.
I have to compliment you. You came up with a wonderful
Thank
solution.
You. Well, I tried. This is why I make the big money.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Oh, folks, we're going to change it up a little bit because we had one question that came from our show on the internet. We're all over the world on the internet. Haji and Raji Sex Talk. Check it. Haji and Raji Sex Talk. And this one was a fascinating question. So we're going to tell you what the question was, and we're going to tell you how we answered it, which to me was just outrageous. This man just lost his mind with this one. But the question was, it was sent by, this guy was Rami from Goa.
Goa in India.
Yeah, Goa in India. And he said, Dear Haji and Raji, I have an extremely large penis, but I drive a small car, the Tata. And I'm worried, thank you. You have a Tata? Okay. And I have trouble shifting. I cannot shift it because of my large penis. What can I do? And I simply said the best thing you can do would be get an automatic. That's it, get an automatic.
And I have to tell you, I think I found a much more pertinent solution, because I think the only viable solution is penis reduction surgery.
What is wrong with you? You're going to tell a man to cut off his penis?
Wait,
I can't believe you told that man to cut off his penis.
Not all of it, only enough so it can enable him to shift. But let me explain. The streets of Goa are very tight, very crowded. Now the cars are bigger. He has a small car, a bigger car. He will not be able to maneuver through the streets of Goa. This way he can maneuver, stay in his job, make money. Then as time goes on, he will amass enough money, and then he can reattach the penis. Yes, there is an operation for this. It's called an addictomy.
Will you stop it with the dumb stuff? I told you about that, stupid.
It is a viable procedure.
I cannot believe you're telling a man to cut off his penis. What kind of a question? How could we possibly go on all over the world and you're telling a man to cut off? Let me ask you a question. Would you cut off your penis?
Let's go to the next question.
Oh, okay. We have time for one more.
One more. Yes.
Oh, it's another penis-related question. Dear Haji and Raji, I have a very tiny penis, and I have tried every product imaginable to make it get bigger, and nothing works. Can you help me, guys? Well, this is a problem. Please forgive me if you're out there, but I understand it's a terrible problem. But what you can do is there are other ways. There are more than one way to skin a cat. You could try oral sex. You could go to a sex shop and get some tools or toys that you could play around and have some fun. And it could be interesting.
Well, let me just say, those are good ideas, but this is a tragic situation. This is a dire circumstance, and you have to take huge chances. There is a way. This is like a birth defect for a man. And I want to tell you, whoever you are out there, there are some dangers, but there is a way to make your penis large.
Wait, now, you're not going to tell him what I think you're going to tell him?
Yes.
No, listen, if you're out there, do not pay attention to what he's about to say. What he's going to tell you has horrific side effects. I'm telling you, there will be dizziness, vomiting, loose stools. You'll have frequent and uncontrollable bowel movements. It will burn severely when you urinate. You'll get anal itching, and in some cases, genital blistering. I'm telling you, pay no attention to what he's about to tell you. It is dangerous.
Listen, I am afraid just by what you said. But there is a way. This is what you must do. You have to go to your local hardware store, a Lowe's or a Home Depot, and get some fertilizer. Get a small bag, only a small bag.
I cannot.
No, it will work. There is a chance there will be no side effects. A small bag, and combine the fertilizer with coffee grounds.
Only decaf. Only decaf.
Only decaf. Yes, only decaf.
Okay, all right. If you're going to go with this, then what you need to do is take a small amount. Don't take a lot, and take it and put it just on the little shaft. You got the little shaft, and you put a little right there. Don't dip it.
Don't dip it.
Don't dip it.
No.
Just a little bit on the shaft, and perhaps that could help you. But it is a very dangerous procedure.
Well, if they dip it, I understand.
That's what can happen. Okay, Haji, do
well, they could end up looking like a 50-pound pumpkin.
Well, that could happen. But do me a favor, Haji. do me a favor?
Yes.
Say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.